Hello everyone, my name is G.O. and today we're going to be seeing someone that's addicted to bee stings.
My name is Margaret, and I'm addicted to stinging myself with bees.
But why? But why? Think of the bees, people.
I sting myself on my hip,
What is wrong with you?
my elbow, on a finger, my ankle, my forehead, on the tip of my nose.
I don't think this is fair to the bees at all.
The
On the tip of my nose, you think it whoop, just gets swollen?
most I've ever given myself was between 15 and 20 in my left hip. I really love stinging myself with bees.
Why is she so happy? Why is my question. Why? Oh, well, I guess we'll see.
Margaret has been addicted to bee stings for the past 10 years.
Okay.
I don't like how you just see the stinger being attached and they're dying.
Her addiction started innocently as a way to relieve her arthritis.
Oh, I didn't know that bees help with arthritis. Bee venom therapy. Huh. There you go.
It didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would, and it just got easier every time.
I think the last time I got bit by a bee was when I was around 5 and I was running through a park and it went up my pant leg and it stung me on my knee. Core memory.
But what started as an occasional prick of pain for medical reasons has escalated into 15 stings a day.
You know how many bees that is? This is the reason the bee population is going downhill, thanks to Margaret.
There's a couple trigger points right here that I like to sting. Kind of put a little dent in it with my fingernail.
Look at him. There she goes again. Oh, Margaret.
At this point now, with 15 stings a day, that's when I'm starting to get really concerned about this.
Oh, now is when you're starting to get concerned about this. Now. Okay. Yo, that's... That's a lot of bee stings. 10 stings per pound of body weight. Oh, okay. The average adult can withstand more than 1,000 stings. Oh, she's good. The bees aren't, though.
It doesn't take very long for it to turn into that peppery burn, and it actually feels good.
The peppery burn. Peppery burn.
Jeez, oh Pete, honey, look at this
Jeez, oh Pete. Mmm.
thing.
Yeah, you can see it twitching. Yep.
Yep, that's a stinger. Mm-hmm.
She has hives in her garden to keep her stocked up at all times.
I really hope she eats honey too. That way it's a 2-for-1 deal. Bees, sting me and feed me. Meow, meow, meow.
She even uses a bee vacuum to make the change.
That's how she catches them.
I carry honeybees around with me in my purse just in case I need a sting throughout the day.
What? How does she carry them around? Does she have a little pill bottle with holes drilled, air holes? She's like, oh, this is my medicine.
But every time Margaret stings herself, the honeybee dies.
Well, yeah, and that's a very bad trade-off for the honeybee. It has no choice. But not for Margaret.
I seem to thrive on the bee stings.
I need to find out if this is going to hurt her. She has her
She's really into this bee stuff, huh?
own ideas on things, but let's just see what medical science has to say about all this.
Stop it. That's it.
Not all of Margaret's friends know about her addiction.
Well, they do now.
She thinks it's time to reveal her obsession to her good friend Lyle.
Hey, Lau. I like to sting myself over and over with bees.
What does she do with them?
Sting myself.
What do you want me to say to this? Oh, that's how you spell Lyle.
Kind of strange, ain't it? I mean, I try to avoid it myself. I mean,
A little bit.
you don't do it every day, though, do you?
I do it multiple times a day.
Most of the time, every day.
Can't you find that someplace else, like in another form, without going through the pain? Or are you just a little sadistic?
A little masochistic kiss.
But I don't want to have you pretty much tearing into the hive at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Because there's been many a morning you've woken up, walked around the house.
He wakes up at like 3 in the morning, turns over, babe, Babe, where'd you go? Looks outside the window. She's just out there. Yeah. With bees all over her, getting stung. Then she becomes the bee queen. Yeah.
Well, JD talked me into seeing a doctor. He seems to think I'm getting a little carried away with the whole bee sting thing, but if the doctor told me to stop stinging myself with bees, I
She's not gonna do it even if the doctor says to stop.
don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, see?
One day, I caught a bee in a jar, brought it in the house,
And proceeded to sting myself with it, and it was the best feeling ever.
Okay. How do you determine how many you take in a day?
I just go for it. And when I stop feeling anything, then it's the sweet spot.
can't really measure the dosage that are in those little stingers and stuff. I just kind of feel and see how swollen it gets.
So some
I have a swollen range. If it gets past that, it's time to cut those things out for the day. Of that area, at least. Then I move on to another body part.
my biggest fear is that one day suddenly she'll
You see? You see? Poor little bee.
swell up, her throat will close, and that she'll die.
I mean, I think there's cases where you just suddenly become allergic to things, and if that happens to Margaret, yeah,
My concern is a couple-fold. One is that over time you can become allergic, even though
I might be a doctor. I don't even know anymore.
for years you've been doing this, and suddenly you swell up and can't breathe.
Yo, goosebumps. Thank you, brain. Genius.
I need to continue stinging, but I don't think I'll be increasing my numbers any. I'll just proceed with caution.
100 times a week. That's my caution. That's where I draw the line. Okay, she went down. Good for you, Margaret. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. That was Margaret and her addiction to bee stings. Until next time. Bzzz, boop.